Hello and welcome to the Chamber Fireside Chat. I'm Cheryl Noble, along with Gil Dominguez. And today we're continuing our interviews with the co-CEOs, executive directors, Keith Davies and Robin Davies. And we're coming to you from the future home of the Chamber that will actually have a fireside. But in the meantime, we want to get up to speed on what's happening with the Chamber and when they plan to move in. So with me right now is Keith Davies. Hi.
Hi. Nice to see you again.
Nice to see you, and thank you for taking time.
Our pleasure.
Well, the last time we chatted, it was in February, and you were just getting things going and just coming on board. And now there's been a lot happening in the last few months.
There's been a lot happening, and we're standing in a good portion of it right now, which we'll get to a few minutes. We made a name change. We're now the Greater Grass Valley Chamber of Commerce, no longer Nevada County involved in that as far as the words are concerned. So that was one change that's been made, and we're very happy about it. We think it's a very positive change. We have new staff. We brought on new staff. We've been building our volunteer base, and that's all been coming together very well.
Yeah.
What has really been rewarding is since the downturn of the economy, we lost about a couple hundred members of the Chamber of Commerce. Right. About a third of those went out of business, unfortunately, and then there were those that left just because the things weren't, they just couldn't afford to keep paying and doing everything that needed to be done. What's really rewarding, though, is Robin and I went into a campaign to bring as many of those back as well as new businesses, and we've now grown. Our goal was 20% for the year of 13. Right. We're on track to go 25% right now. We've got at least over 50 new members or members that have come back to us. Been very rewarding that way, and we're going to be at somewhere in the vicinity. Our goal now is 500 members of the Chamber of Commerce by the end of this year. So that's very good. Very good. Getting on financial solid ground. And more so every month. So we're really good shape that way.
And I've even noticed mixers have been very well attended.
The mixers, our tabletops. We had a wonderful tabletop here. They were 3 weeks ago over at the Elks Lodge, the Madison City Elks Lodge. Very well attended, a lot of fun.
And the Smileys guys.
And we had Smileys guys,
successful.
Exactly, and it was packed, and everybody had a great time. So yes. Things are moving along, and like you said, this is part of it, the new or the future office. So we are in the middle of the remodel. Tell us what it's going to look like and what you're going to have in here. Well, it's going to be what it's going to look like is
beautiful.
Yeah, my wife did most of the design. I put a little bit into it, and then when Robin would move me back out of it because she really is good at this. But what we're going to have here, we're going to have the chamber offices, and then we're going to have a visitor center. And the visitor center, we're going to take a walk here in a minute. Okay. And I'm going to talk about our stakeholders and the people who are going to be involved in the visitor center you're going to be. Frankly, this is the first time I've announced it. So you're going to, by the time this is aired, it may have slipped out a little bit, but this may be the groundbreaker for who's going to be involved here.
Now, where are we in this alcove area? When people walk in to their right.
Well, when people walk in and look in this area right here, this wall which we just put in is going to be the Sierra Vintners wall. And that's the Winery Association for here in Western Nevada County. And actually on this wall are going to be wine barrels. And they're going to fill the wall with wine barrels, and there's going to be 15, and there are presently 12 members. And on each of those wine barrels are going to be their logos, their individual logos in color. So it's going to be a beautiful wall. Right.
So the wine barrels are kind of like picture frames and really frames.
Exactly. And it's really going to show off our wine industry here, which we don't think has been taken marketed the way it could be, and the association. I presented this to them. They were back to me within 3 days and said, "We're on board. We love it."
Yes. So, well, it does catch their visitors' eyes instantly when
immediately.
They come in, so
and it's going to be, and we hope to do a number of things I've got a bunch of ideas to do with the Vintners and the Winery Association that we believe is will bring tourists and will bring guests and visitors to Grass Valley, Western Nevada County. So that's all in the future,
yes.
But that's what's starting here.
Okay, and then right behind the wall of the Vintners, we are going into another room, which you said are your offices.
This is going to be the office in here.
Okay.
Correct.
Okay.
And we're moving down here from the Holbrook Hotel where we are presently now, and this is about twice the size of the offices that we presently have at the Holbrook. And we're, needless to say, very excited. We're going to be able to have our meetings in here, and we have 15 members on the board, and we keep going to other places to meet for our monthly meeting. Now we're going to be able to do all of that here,
I see.
and all the functioning of the office is going to be in this location.
And how many staff people are going to be here?
We have, my wife is going to be the one in charge of running the office and the center. We have one full-time staff for the Chamber of Commerce, and we have one full-time, actually two part-time staff that make up full-time staff for us for the Visitor Center, because we're going to be open 7 days a week.
Nice.
So the Visitor Center will have two full-time staff, and there's going to be a 4-day and a 3-day to make up the 7 days. And then we have one full-time staff at this point for the Chamber of Commerce. We have also, as I mentioned, a growing list of docents that are going to be both Chamber and Visitor Center.
Okay.
And so I don't look like I'm dividing it. The Visitor Center and the Chamber are all one. It is just one. It's just somehow sometimes they get the wording makes it look like we're doing something different, and we're not.
Together, and that's a good point to bring out. So let's step around to the Visitor Center and see what we've got going here. So,
well, what we've got going today are Pete and Chris Schramm of Schrammsburg Construction, and of course they're my friends for all my life. The Schramms have been my family friends and my friends for, again, we all graduated from high school in Nevada Union, and
you go way
and
back.
we go way back, and they're doing just a tremendous job here.
Good job, guys. Keep it up.
So they're working in here today, putting the partitions in, and building the fireplace area where we're going to be doing the fireplace chat.
Yes, great. And that's going to be at
Right.
the far end,
Right
opposite
at that
of the
far end,
entry.
exactly.
Okay, so that when people
Exactly.
come in, there's that draw and that appeal that's very welcoming and warming.
And it'll be there's going to be a seating area there with a couple chairs and a wonderful Victorian sofa that my wife found that'll all fit. It's going to look great.
Nice theme for our historic town.
We've got, I'll get into the stakeholders in a minute, but we've got a retail section going here in the middle. Because all of the cute phrases and from mines to wines and things like that will be on shirts and wine glasses and coffee cups and so on. And so we got a couple of areas of retail that's going to go in.
Okay.
This point over here is going to be our point of sale. And one of the things that we're excited about is that we're putting a Vendini ticket system in.
Very good.
So because not only do we want to sell all of the events that they're going to be able to walk in and see on the screens in here.
I see.
But we're going to sell tickets to everything in Western Nevada County and maybe even beyond. Anything that's on the Vendini's computerized ticket system.
Right.
So we want to become a hub for not only just visitors, but we also want to have the locals coming in here and visiting and seeing what's going on. And of course, having the ticket system will allow them to do that.
Capture them to sell them while they're here and in the moment, then sending them back out and trying to figure out how they get tickets.
Exactly.
Well, we'll have Gil talk a little bit more to Robin about some of the visitor center's specifics. I want to hear some of the details of what this will look like with regards to flooring, and you mentioned the screens around the walls too.
Let me tell you what's going to. So we have on board the City of Grass Valley come up with the name Stakeholders, and I like it, so we've stayed with it. What we have are, besides the Sierra Vintners and the Winery Association, with a large presence in here, we also have Music in the Mountains. Mm-hmm. We have the In Sierra concerts, Center for the Arts, off Broad Street,
Okay.
in Nevada City, Jan Kopp. We have Nevada County Arts are taking that section back there.
Now, when you say the stakeholders, does that mean they will have an actual
They have a presence.
like not a booth, but a table or something?
No,
or stand?
no. Let me, if you can, let me step right up here. These walls, for instance, right here,
I see.
that's going to be Music in the Mountains. And we're going to put a screen up there, a 32-inch screen, and they're going to have their own video of, and a constant roll of what's going on with Music in the Mountains. And then the rest of the area they can post and put their posters up and so on and so forth. Oh. The next area down there is Julie Baker's at Center for the Arts.
Right.
She has her own video, and they change it as often as they want and do this. Same thing for Nevada County Arts, same thing for In Concert Sierra, same thing for Jan Kopp over at Off Broad Street.
Yeah.
So you're going to have all these areas are going to be alive with video.
Yes, I get it, and I can see it now. And what a great way for it to be interactive with the people who come into the visitor center.
Absolutely,
So,
and they're going to be well, what is this all about, and what's going on here? And then of course we'll explain, we'll tell them what's going on. And by the way, you can buy tickets right here at the center for tonight's performance or tomorrow night's performance, and so on. So what we're trying to do is get away from, not that we're getting away from it, but we're trying to get away from all that printed, handing out brochures, and that we want to show really what's going on in Grass Valley and Western Nevada County in video,
Right.
and actually
And the
be able
visuals.
to, and then right above the fireplace, where we're going to have our chats monthly, is going to be our video. And that's going to be a large screen,
Nice.
and that's going to show everything that goes on in Nevada County. That's what all Nevada County is about. A constant loop of what is going on in Nevada County.
Well, we are a very visual and lots of visual arts here in our community, and what a great use of incorporating that into the visitor center.
Well,
I think that's well done.
It has not, thank you. And frankly, my wife and I have visited about a dozen visitor centers in Northern California. This is going to be like nothing any of them have ever seen. None of them are. This is going to be unique, and I really hope that we're embraced, and everybody goes, you know what, this really is different.
Yeah,
and really
this is
neat.
different. Even we can become tourists in our own town again, which is great.
Yes.
Well, now let's talk about a timeline with regards to getting moved in here and getting things set up. What are you seeing?
We're due to move in here with the chamber office the 24th of May. That's actually Labor Day weekend. Memorial Day weekend. Then we will open the visitor center by mid-June. So everything will be functioning, and then we'll fine tune it, make sure everybody's screens are working right, and we got the retail in, and the ticket system won't go in until toward the end of summer, but at least everyone will be aware of how we're working here and what's going on, and then we'll have a grand opening sometime in July.
Okay. All right, so you've got a lot of work to do, so we'll let them get back to work, and we'll hear more about the Visitor Center with Robin and Gil Dominguez. So,
oh, great.
Yeah, thank you, Keith.
Thank you.
This
great
is
seeing you
exciting.
again. Thank you.
Okay.
Good afternoon, Greater Grass Valley Chamber of Commerce. Robin speaking. Certainly. Yes, we have those tickets available here and the chamber. And how many did you need? Thank you. Sure. Yes, you can pay with a credit card. Absolutely. Delighted. Yes, we're open until 5 o'clock this afternoon. Wonderful. I look forward to seeing you then. Thanks for calling the chamber. Bye-bye.
Well, hey, Robin, how you doing?
Gil, hi. Well, that was quick.
It was.
You certainly did. You were just right around the corner.
You know, I love what you've done with the office here.
Well, it's just the very beginning of the office.
It is the beginning of the office and the beginning of a whole new chapter for the Chamber of Commerce and the Visitor Center. But this table, I know your background is in design. The intricate layout here of the press board is really fabulous.
Yes, it's a local fabrication, and isn't it exquisite? We're delighted. It is the cutting table for Pete and Chris Schramm, who are on the other side of the wall, putting together some of our partitions.
Right,
So,
but the way the office is all coming together, it's as a designer, it's really a dream come true for you.
it really is. I haven't been an active interior designer for about 10 years. And so for me to be able to take on this project and to create a new home for the Chamber of Commerce and a visitor center has been very exciting and rewarding. So I'm very hopeful that when we're finished, it will be well received.
Well, I think it will be. The history of the chamber in the downtown area is a long one. Formerly in the Lola Montez house, and now really in its own, and right across the street from City Hall. I mean, you could not pick a better location.
It's just a natural. We've got all the parking across the street. We're collaborating with the city and the Downtown Association. The location of our home is convenient. We're easily accessed off of the freeway. It all makes sense.
And really, this building wasn't even available a few years ago or a short time ago. So everything really is clicking in together just at the right times.
It is, and as my husband likes to say, it all came together. It was like the perfect storm, the perfect collaboration between two public entities and two private entities. My husband and myself and the landlord on the private side, and City of Grass Valley and the Chamber of Commerce on the other side. We all wanted this to happen, and so we worked to achieve our goal. And here we are in this wonderful new space, which absolutely gives the Chamber a dedicated working office, but also allows us to have an incredible amount of space to showcase Nevada County and our visitor center. It is really, really a tremendous boon for the chamber to have that opportunity.
Well, it is, and with Cheryl's interview with Keith, he was talking about some of the look of the building and the video walls on the other side where they can see what's happening in and around town. Really a leap forward into the future compared to the old chamber that was over at the Lola Montez.
Yes, and what's very interesting is we are going to showcase all of the wonderful things that are happening in Nevada County. Here inside the chamber, we're going to be more historical. We're going to showcase our history, because we are over, the Chamber of Commerce of Grass Valley is over 100 years old. And we want to have that historical representation. And in fact, we have woven the feel of the town, the Victorian feel, into the visitor center. I'm not saying that we are at a Victorian center and everything is absolutely historically correct, but we have that feeling, the feeling. So when you walk in, there will be a warm, welcome, Victorian aspect to our center, which I think will be delightful.
It will be. Now, one of your duties in the new center here is going to be the administration and the running of the place.
Yes.
What can the people expect when the new center gets up and going?
Well, this is the chamber office is open to everyone. As you walk through the door, you can see here it is. We're in the chamber working office, and the administrative assistant of the chamber will be here full time, or at least 5 days a week. This is where she will be located right inside the opening. We've got our conference area back here against the wall. Chamber members will be represented here, our service our service providers, the doctors, the lawyers, insurance companies, the employment agencies, will be here in the chamber. Everything that's tourist oriented will be their brochures and their cards, and will be available outside in the visitors area. So we're really, while the chamber and the visitor center are one, we're trying to be organized so that the visitors aren't confused by finding the local purveyor of whichever service. All the services are in here and contained.
Now, is there going to be an increase in staff to handle these extra duties, or how are you planning to work that?
Right now, I work with Valerie. Valerie Giamone is our executive assistant. She and I run the chamber. We are the day-to-day operations of the chamber. As Keith mentioned, we will be hiring one of our volunteers will be coming on 4 days a week for the visitor center, and one of our ambassadors, who also volunteers in the chamber, will be taking the other 3 days. So between the three ladies and myself, we will be manning the fort, so to speak. Keith will be in and out because he is he's the directorial head of the chamber. I am the administrative head of the chamber. This is my velvet hammer with which I run the office.
Right, I think he's going to let you keep that too.
Well, so he might need to. But we're in the business of business, and we are business advocates, and so our office is very important, that we run ourselves efficiently and on behalf of our chamber members.
Now, you've had a chance to talk to a lot of people, of course, since you guys took on the position. What is the most gratifying feedback that you've heard so far?
It has to be that someone who has joined the chamber is very, very happy that they joined the chamber, that the chamber has been able to benefit them in many ways and on many levels. And that is very gratifying, because we do endeavor to reach out and assist our members in so many different ways. We provide programs and assistance for every aspect of business. We provide them with legislative updates, what's happening in the government. We try and bring representatives to the area for them to meet and to talk to, so that they know what is happening on their behalf in the political arena. We really cover so many bases, the taxes.
Well, I was going to say, there's so much diversity,
There's so much
just
diversity
in the number of businesses, and then of course every business has all the other things that you were talking about taxes and regulations.
Exactly, and the regulations are so fluid. It's very, very important that we as the chamber provide that information to our members, that they are able to stay current, and they rely upon us to do just that.
And I think that's what part of the program, the monthly program that the chamber is going to be producing, is going to be about spreading that information as well.
Exactly. It's an essential part of the Chamber of Commerce.
Well, I think it's very, very exciting what's going on here. I love being in the brand new office. Of course, we have a nice painted wall behind us, but in front of us there's a wall with stucco on it and tape and plaster, but just a real sense of excitement that's going on here with the building of it.
It is. It is very exciting. It's very exciting. We are approximately a month away from moving the offices into our new home, and this will be replaced with something more substantial.
Unfortunately, the particle board desk may have to go.
Well, it may. It may.
I'll be used for another purpose.
There you go. It will be recycled. It will have a new life.
But it'll be a fabulous place for the community to come, and whether you're in business or not, come by and speak with all the people that are here and get to know who your businesses are.
That's exactly correct. And we have many, many people who walk through town and just pop in to say hello to the chamber. Hi, just wanted to see what you're doing, what's going on today. Anything that we can do to make our citizens more comfortable with their Chamber of Commerce, that's what we're here for.
And of course, you'll have that opportunity on the monthly Chamber show where
Thank
you'll
you.
meet many of the Chamber members, get up-to-the-date Chamber news from you and
Yes.
Keith, and we will be broadcasting those shows directly here from the Fireside Chat area, which is over on the other side.
Yes, soon to be completed.
Thank you so much for spending the time today. I know I took you away from your busy work here at your makeshift
My
desk.
makeshift desk, exactly. My lovely new office.
But it was great to chat with you and catch up
Thank
with
you.
Keith. And tune in next time for another episode here of the Fireside Chamber Show.
Thanks, Gil.